Good evening, I'm Christina with Christy Lynn Outside, coming to you from inside our guest bedroom / grow room now, where we will be planting some peppers and eggplants. It's Christmas evening, so Christmas week marks about 10 weeks before our last frost date, which is set to be March 7th here in Central Louisiana. Peppers and eggplants are really heat-loving plants and don't really like to be transplanted out right as the last frost date hits. So we'll probably also be holding them back a little bit after March 7th. Peppers especially, eggplants I believe also, don't like temperatures more than 50-60 degrees. Once it reaches below 40 degrees, they give up. So you really don't want to transplant peppers or eggplants out into your spring garden until you have a consistent night temperatures of between 50 and 60 degrees. So we'll be monitoring that after March. It's probably going to be around beginning mid-April before we'll transplant them into the garden. This year I wanted to go ahead and start plants indoors if I could, so that I could get a jump on the spring season instead of planting everything or direct seeding everything outside at the last frost date. Last year I did that and everything did fairly well, except once it got hot, which it gets very hot very quickly here in Louisiana. Everything just kind of stalled out, and I really feel like I could have gotten a much better production if I had started with established seedlings in the beginning. So peppers and eggplants tend to grow a little slower than everything else, so that's why those are going to be my first late spring summer crops that I'm going to be planting indoors here. I have 9 different kinds of peppers. They're all sweet peppers, and I have 4 different kinds of eggplants. I have some milder hot peppers that are overwintering in our storage shed, and so we'll have to see how those did in the spring when I move them out. Last year I grew some sweet peppers and they did pretty well, but they were really small. And I realized that I might have just picked the wrong kinds of plants. So I did a little bit of research, and yes, you do need to actually buy seeds for larger pepper plants or larger peppers if you want larger peppers. I didn't know that. I thought you could just let them grow and they would grow big. So I had an abundant amount of medium to small size peppers, which was fine, but I really use a lot of bell pepper in my cooking here in Louisiana. Peppers, onions, garlic, they're a staple for us. So I did a little research and found some larger pepper varieties, and we're gonna give those a try this year. Also, I love every different color of the rainbow, so I got a large variety of pepper for every color, basically, except for purple. Well, I don't know, I think maybe the poblano may be able to turn purple at one point. So these are my large sweet bell pepper varieties. I have the King Arthur hybrid bell pepper. That's gonna be green. I have the Red Knight X3R. And I have the Goliath Sweet Orange. And the Hasinator Yellow. So we're gonna give those a try. Also, I have, because I love Mexican cuisine, I got the Hidalgo Poblano. And because I love sweet. And I've seen this on YouTube. A lot of my friends on YouTube were growing this Lesia pepper. Apparently the sweetest sweet pepper there is. It's a little smaller on the scale of small to large, but apparently very, very sweet. So we're gonna give that a try. I actually have the red one, and I have a yellow or an orange one as well. So we'll give those a try. I'm gonna plant the red one today. And on the smaller side, but I wanted some different things as well, I have some frying pickling peppers that are gonna be sweet. Hopefully I pronounced this correctly. Chodicero. The chodicero is good for salads and grilling and frying, apparently. The Jimmy Nardello Italian, also good for frying and grilling. And the corbacci, which is good for frying, grilling, and apparently pickling. Those are the 9 pepper plants that I'm gonna plant today. I have some hot peppers. Well, I say hot, they're more on the mild range, overwintering, like I said, in my shed outdoors. Now they are reaching below 40 degrees in that shed, but I think because they are protected from the frost and the rain, that maybe they'll survive. I don't know, they look kind of dry. I've been trying to water them at least once a week, but I used that potty mix that apparently became hydrophobic, so I don't even know if they're getting water at this point. So we'll just see if it worked out in the spring when I bring them outside. So let's talk eggplant. I have 4 different varieties of eggplant that I'm gonna plant this year. Last year I had the Matoyo. Only got maybe 2 or 3 eggplants out of this one, but like with the peppers, I think that I just didn't plant them at the right time, and I didn't give them the best conditions to start with. So we're gonna plant those indoors and get them started and get them nice and big and healthy, and then transplant them out around the same time as the peppers. I have the Casper, which is a white small eggplant. I have the Palermo, which is a small rounded eggplant. And then I have a fingerling blend. I don't really even know what to expect from this one, so I'm excited. Oh, stop. What are you fussing at? Okay, so 13 different varieties of pepper and eggplant that we're going to be planting today. It's a little bit of an odd number, but I think we're gonna make it work. I have a tray that has 12 6-packs in it. So I'm just gonna plant those out, and then the last one is just gonna go in the tray with my cabbage, which is actually germinating really well. So let's get started. Okay, first up, we have the King Arthur green bell pepper. Next is Red Knight X3R. Next is Goliath Sweet Orange. Halcernator Yellow. Hidalgo Poblano. Lesia. share dough. Jimmy Nardello. And Kobachi. Casper eggplant. Palermo. And a fingerling blend. And Matoyo. So that's it for the sweet peppers and the eggplants. What better way to get excited about the outdoor spring and summer season than to get some stuff started in December? So don't wait too long. Get your seedlings started now. Your peppers and your eggplants at least. Also, if you plan on growing celery, I would get your seedlings started on your celery now too, because those take even longer than peppers and eggplants sometimes. I did get my celery started with my hashtag WIG 2024 challenge. I have 2 trays of different things growing in those trays, and 2 of my 6 packs are different celeries. So I got those started a couple weeks ago, around, well, almost 3 weeks ago now, I guess, on December 1st. And they are germinating very well. So we'll get our peppers and our eggplants put under some lights and get them watered and let them have at it. And we'll just wait a good 10 to 12 weeks for them to grow out. Now they will get up potted into some larger pots, which is actually what I'm gonna do this next week with my WIG trays. I think I'm gonna up pot some things. So look forward to that and keep growing.